Namaskar students. We have started with the chapter metals and non-metals. In that, first of all, we should know that what is matter. Matter, things that we see around us. Everything, whatever the things are present around us, we call it as matter. That means things which have mass and occupy space, we call it as a matter. Now, matter, it is classified into the three different forms. We can say that matter, it is made up of elements. Before starting with metals and non-metals, we should know that what is an element. So an element is the simplest form of matter. An element is simplest form of matter which cannot be broken down by any physical or chemical methods. It cannot be broken down further. So overall we can see that elements, they are the building blocks of universe. What are elements? Elements are the building blocks of universe. Now these elements, there are about 118 elements on the earth's surface. 118 elements. Out of them, some are artificial and some are naturally existing elements. Elements, they are divided into three basic categories, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now we should also know that what happens to elements when they combine together. When elements combine together, they will form either molecule or a compound. For example, if I take an element hydrogen, so the hydrogen element, hydrogen and hydrogen, the two atoms of hydrogen, when they are combined together, they will form H2 molecule. So we always write hydrogen as H2. But when we write the symbol of hydrogen, we write only with a single H. H plus H, it gives us H2. Same way, I can take an example of oxygen also. The two atoms of oxygen, they will combine and they will form the O2 molecule. So there are so many elements which get combined together to form their molecules. Now, if we take an example of our water, the water, we say that water is a compound. Water, it is made up of, we always write the formula H2O. H2O means two atoms of hydrogen. They get combined with one atom of oxygen. Two atoms of hydrogen combines with one atom of oxygen to form a compound. Now, when we say that एलिमेंट जो है, एलिमेंट इज ऑल्सो मेड अप ऑफ द फाइनर पार्टिकल्स. सो द स्मॉलेस्ट unit of an element is known as atom. What is the smallest unit of an element? The smallest unit of an element is known as a atom. Now we are going to start with the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Now the first property, that is a physical state. When we see a physical state, that how the metals exist, metals are normally solid in nature. When we say metals are solid in nature, exception is your mercury. It exists in liquid state at room temperature. In 7th class, we have done the reason that why mercury is used in thermometer. Now when we come to the metals, their physical state, you people know that we say that metals, they are solid structure because in that the particles, the molecules, they are very close to each other. Here, see here, the bonding between the molecules of the solids, they are very close. They have a strong forces of attraction between them. and less intermolecular space. So all the metals normally they are hard structure. They are solid in nature. Exception is your mercury. Now there are some metals like soft metals are also there. Exception is your sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium they are soft metals. Now, when we come to the non-metals, they exist in all the three different states, that is solid, liquid and a gas. The solid, when we take an example of solid, sulfur and phosphorus is the best example. Sulfur and phosphorus. When we take an example of a liquid, the bromine is the best non-metal. Next one, in gaseous state, so many non-metals they exist in a gaseous state, that is your oxygen, nitrogen, carbon and many more are there. Now a second property is luster. Luster means shine. You might have seen your this best example, the kada the boys are wearing, the girls they are wearing even the bangles of silver metal. So they have a shine on it. You can take an example of your gold also. So all the metals they have a shine on it. That means we say that the property is a lustrous. ठीक है. Now some of the metals when they come in contact with the oxygen they lose their shine, so we rub them with the sandpaper or they are polished again to get back a luster on it. Here I have wrote an example of silver. When it comes in contact with the oxygen it is going to form its oxide on it. जो चांदी होती है जब ऑक्सीजन के कांटेक्ट में आती है ना बच्चे, तो उसका जो कलर है वो टार्निश्ड हो जाता है, धीरे धीरे वो ब्लैकन होने लगता है. दैट मीन्स उसका जो शाइन है वो ख़त्म होने लगता है. तो अगेन इट इज़ पॉलिश्ड. नाउ व्हेन वी कम टू द नॉन मेटल्स they are non-lustrous. They don't have a shine on it. Exception is your diamond and iodine. Diamond and iodine, they are having a shine on it. They are lustrous one. Okay. Next property which we are going to deal is that is your hardness. Metals they are hard and strong. When we have discussed first point, we can correlate with the property of this hardness with the solid state. Here again they have a stronger forces due to which they are hard and rigid structures. Now here I have written example of aluminium, magnesium. ठीक है. So these are hard except sodium and potassium. They are soft metals. Now when we compare the non-metals they are soft structures except that is your sulfur and phosphorus. So they are solids. They are not soft. The next one is the property that is sonority. Sonority means sound producing. We say that metals are sonorous in nature. When we say metals are sonorous in nature, best example is जब आपका coins जो हैं when they fall on the ground they produce a large sound. When you go to your मंदिर, तो what happens over there? When you ring the bell, मंदिर में घंटियाँ लगी होती है ना, तो जब आप बजाते हो उसमें से साउंड आती है. ठीक है. You can take an example of bell in a school also. When it is rang, the sound is produced because it is made up of what? Metal. Next property which we are going to deal is your malleability. Malleability means the metals they can be beaten into sheets. Metals are easily beaten into sheets. Our best example is the two most malleable metals, that is your gold is the most malleable metal, after that is a silver. These two metals they are mostly commonly used in making a different kind of a jewelry items. Next one is your aluminium, iron, copper. These are also malleable metals and many more are there. Now when we compare this with the non-metals, Non-metals, when we take an example of a wood, can we make a sheets of the wood? No. Wood is going to break down easily. Calcium carbonate, we cannot make the sheet. So we can say that the non-metals, they are non-malleable. They cannot be beaten down into sheets as the metals are. Next one, properties are ductility. When we say ductility, that means the metals, they can be easily drawn into wires. Metals are drawn into wires. We say that. So we say metals are ductile in nature. So whenever we say that, we say metals are ductile in nature. That means they have the property of ductility where it can be converted into wires. So best example at home is your electric wire, in that the copper wires are used. Copper and aluminium wires are easily made. Now aluminium wires are not easily utilized because it is very costly metal, and copper it is normally used to make the wires. यहाँ पर बेटा हम लोग एक और प्रॉपर्टी लिंक कर सकते हैं, that is the conductivity. Conductivity means whether the metals, they are good conductors or bad conductors. So when we take an example of ductility, non-metals are non-ductile but metals are ductile, and metals, they are the good conductors of heat as well as electricity. All the different utensils in our house, they are made up of what? Metals. We use them for different purpose. ठीक है, your pan, या तवा स्पेशली जिसके ऊपर चपाती बनती है, वो किसका बना हुआ है? इट इज़ मेड अप ऑफ व्हाट? मेटल. सो वी से दैट metals, they conduct both heat as well as electricity. And the non-metals, they are bad conductors of heat and electricity, except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity because इसमें जो आयन्स होते हैं बेटा easily form होते हैं. There is a freely movable electrons present inside it. They can easily move. Now when we say softness or hardness, it depends upon linking between the molecules. Now as the next property is a melting point and boiling point. Metals, they have a very high melting point and boiling point because they are hard and rigid structure, except so your sodium and potassium. Mercury also, it can easily expand at a room temperature. So mercury is also a metal. Exceptions are there. Now the non-metals, they have a low melting and boiling point except diamond. So I am going to give you a homework for a full week because we are going to meet on Monday. We are having a 3 days in between. So you have to learn, and on rough copy you have to write the definition of element, compounds, atom, and you have to write the differentiate between metals and non-metals on the basis of physical properties. Thank you and have a nice day.